Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Today we're looking at a review for Unit 5 Test 2. It's just going to be straight review over system of inequalities. So let's take a look at a couple examples. So here we're going to have two inequalities. We're going to figure out what they are. They're going to be in standard form, and then we're going to change them into slope-intercept form and graph them. So take a moment to read this. All right, so what we want to do is we got X for the dimes, Y for the nickels, and we know there's going to be a number of coins, 18 coins. All right, so we're going to say X plus Y is less than or equal to 18 because it's 18 coins. The reason we say less than is because it should be no more than 18. All right, so what we want to do is solve and put it in standard form, which is Y equals mx plus b. So I am going to subtract the X on both sides. Hang on a second. Somehow this did not show. Just one moment. Okay, now it's on here. I got X, subtract X on both sides here. And let's see. Now that's going to leave Y is less than or equal to negative 1x plus 18. That's slope intercept with 1, the understood negative 1 being the slope and the 18 being the Y intercept. I'm going to write it over here so that I have it for inequality 1. Alright, next I am going to do the money. So for every dime, that's 10 cents, and for every nickel, that's 5 cents. So I'm going to multiply it times the number of dimes, which is X, and 5 cents times the number of nickels, which is Y. And it's going to be no less than $1.20, which means it has to be 120 or more. So I've got 10 cents times X, 5 cents times Y, greater than or equal to $1.20. Alright, so next, what we want to do is solve this for Y, and we'll put it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to subtract 0.10 on both sides, 10x. Keep in mind the 1.20 and the negative 0.10 cannot subtract because of the x. So we're just going to write them side by side. Negative 0.10x and bring down to 1.20. Divide by 0.05. All the way across. And that's going to leave you Y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 24. Okay, it's in slope-intercept form with negative 2 being the slope and 24 being the Y-intercept. So I write that over there for inequality 2. Alright, now that we have that done, what we want to do next is just to graph it. So I'm going to go ahead and graph. Alright, so I've got my inequality 1, inequality 2. I'm going to start with the Y-intercept, which is 18. I got a negative 1 slope, so I go down and over 1. Okay, because it's an equal to, I'm going to have a solid line. Alright, it looks like a point there, but it's not. Oh, actually, that's just on my computer screen. Never mind that. Alright. And now, because it's less than, I'm going to shade below. Alright, now we're going to do the other one. We're going to start at 24. It's -2. I'm going down 2 and over 1. Now, here's the deal. I'm saying going down 2 and over 1. I'm counting the blocks. But notice that the graph is in twos. So it's really going down 4 and over 2. But don't get too caught up in that. So going down 2 and over 1, I'm going to make a solid line because it's equal to, and because it's greater than, we shade above and go up. Okay, and what we want to do is see where it overlaps at, which is right here, and we could pick any point we want out of here. Okay, any point we want from here. So that's going to be, I just happen to pick 14 dimes and 0 nickels. You could pick 12 dimes and 4 nickels if you wanted to. Okay, so that's one. Let's do another. All right, go ahead and take a moment to read this. Okay, so we got the X and the Y is representing, the X is representing the tutoring and the Y represents the hours of clearing tables. I'm going to start with the money. So it's 10 per hour for the tables and 22 per hour for the tutoring. The 22 first because it's going to go with the tutoring and the tutoring is X. So I'm going to write that out. 22X plus 10Y, and because it's at least $130, we're going to say greater than or equal to 130. So now we're going to take it from standard form in the slope-intercept form. I'm going to subtract the 22x on both sides. Uh, 130 minus 22x. Remember, since this is negative 22x, it does not subtract here. So you write negative 22x plus 130. We're going to bring down the 10y. Now, we're going to divide by 10 so we can get the y by itself. Alright, now once we divide by 10, be very careful here. You're going to have a decimal when you divide by 10 on this 22, but we don't want a decimal. We want to reduce it and simplify it as a fraction. So you're going to get negative 11 over 5. 2 goes into 22 11 times, 2 goes into 10 5 times. 130 divided by 10 is 13. So now we have our inequality. Y is greater than or equal to negative 11 over 5x plus 13. All right, now we've did the actual money. Now we're going to do the actual hours. You can have a total of 9 hours. So the X hours, which is for tutoring, the Y hours for clearing tables, they have to add up to equal 9. So I'm just going to say X plus Y equals 9, but it's a maximum of 9, meaning it can't be more than 9, but it could be less than 9. So I'm going to say less than or equal to 9. X plus Y is less than or equal to 9. Next thing I'm going to do is change it from standard form to slope-intercept form. This will be pretty easy. Just subtract the X on both sides. And Y is less than or equal to negative X plus 9. We're going to write out the inequality here. And now we're going to take these two and graph them. We're going to start with the 13. Apply the 13 here already. I got negative 11 and 5. And again, oh, this one's in single digits. So I'm going down 11 and over 5. Down 11 and over 5. It's an equal to, so I use a solid line. is greater than, so I shade above. Then here I got 2, y is less than or equal to negative x plus 9. I'm going to go to 9. I'm going to go down 1 and over 1. And you can keep doing it so that you have enough dots so you can see what a line is. Solid line because it's equal to. And because it's less than, we're going to shade below. Then we want to look and see where it overlaps, which is right here. And pick any point in there. Instead of picking 1 with 0, I decided to go 7 and 1. 7, 1 here. That's hard to see, but that's a 7, 1 with parentheses there. So Ella could work 7 hours and tutoring and 1 hour clearing tables, and it'll meet the inequality. And that's it. That is the review for Unit 5, Quiz 2. I want to thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.